Welcome to our channel. Today we bring you the list of top 10 best 4K monitors for gaming on Amazon. A 4K monitor used to be something you see on sale at the shop and thought, maybe one day if I win the lottery. But the nice thing about technology is that it is very inexpensive before you know it. We think you should pick up a 4K display for virtually every budget these days and have your eyes feasting on 4K beauty in no time. So in this post, we've monitored the 10 best 4K monitors to suit your particular budget. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for regular updates. Number 10 goes to Dell U-Series U3219Q 32-inch LED lit monitor. Planned for mixed use, the Dell U3219Q does pretty well when you are in the workplace, gaming, or consuming multimedia. Being an IPS screen, it has a low input lag so that the display can keep in touch with your gaming fingers with little concern. It also means decent viewing angles because if you are telling a partner what you are working on, there is no trouble. It has excellent ergonomic modifications, characteristics of a perfect technical display, and ideal color accuracy. It's a shame then that the HDR is not that noteworthy, and in no one discipline does it ever shine. But that's par for the 4K all-around monitor course. You can't get all you want, just what you need. However, it delivers factual specifications around the board and in the excellent and complete 32-inch form factor. The Dell U3219Q may not be a rock star in any one department, but for almost everything you do with it, it will serve you well. Ninth on the log is LG 34WN80C B 34 inches 219 Curved Ultrawide. Honestly, you'll fail to return to a standard widescreen until you attempt an ultra-wide display. It's like switching from 1080p to 4K. You'll be addicted until you see the difference. The LG 34WN80C-B is a 4K ultra-wide monitor mainly designed for practitioners who do things such as game design, graphic design, and picture editing. This monitor is also curved because what you're working on is enveloping you. In other agencies, it's not a slouch yet. It's perfect for media streaming and has an open screen, so when you play fast-paced sports, you don't have to overthink ghosting and blurring. If you have an NVIDIA graphics card, the refresh rate can also be up to 75 Hz, perfect for this price point. Place the LG 34WN80C on your list if you want anything that is more for technical use and has good chops for gaming. Acer Predator XB271HK bmiprz 27-inch gaming takes number 8. Well, if it's possible to identify any of the 4K monitors previously described as minimalist, the Acer Predator XB271HK screams gamer coming through. Although it only has a relatively moderate refresh rate of 60 Hz, it has an otherwise susceptible screen in this price range for some pretty good 4K gaming chops. Its architecture and construction are all very well done, and the colors are precise and accurate right out of the box. It retailed for well over $900 when it came out a few years ago, but you can pick one up for a little over $500 these days. So we like the gaming value here. It's highly flexible ergonomics-wise, and 90 degrees can also be tilted. However, we have to admit that it's surprising that there is no USB-C for a 4K display in this price bracket. And the styling, of course, yeah, it's not for everyone, but we like it. Bottom line, check out this one if you're looking for a 4K gaming display, which also does everything else very well for around $500. The 7th position goes to ASUS PB287Q 28-inch Ultra HD 4K monitor. It is no secret that it can be tough to look at a computer screen all day. That was one of the factors behind the development of the Samsung U32J5. A residual flicker caused by the backlight is one of the downsides of a conventional LED screen. This display uses a complex device that changes the backlight to remove the damaging hint using TUV Rhineland Laboratories' new techniques. Also, it has been shown that such light will affect the pupils. The sensors act to block out blue light coming from the monitor. Finally, whether you are watching a movie instead of a game, the display comes with multiple filter settings to ensure it looks right. Both of these attributes mean that if you have long sessions in front of your 4K computer, it's a lot gentler on your eyes. Number 6 is Samsung 32-inch UJ59 UHD 4K gaming monitor. Although fairly sleek, like its rivals, it doesn't have thin bezels, which may be a distraction if you choose to use more than one display. It has a perfect color reproduction, just like the BenQ EW3270U, and while the image looks fantastic in a dark room, if you are in a well-lit room, it will never be bright enough. We should also note that ergonomics is terrible in the same way. It's also pretty good for games on the plus side, and 32 inches is an excellent sized 4K display, so it's worth taking a look at for the dollars to inches. Number 5 also goes to the BenQ EW3270U 32-inch 4K HDR monitor. These suggest that it has stellar color reproduction, but it has terrible viewing angles if you ever go over to the left. The BenQ EW3270U somehow manages to be very decent for gaming, even though it has a VA screen, which historically has high latency. For television viewing with deep blacks and a proper contrast ratio, it's also perfect. It does not have outstanding ergonomics on the downside because of limited adjustability. You can only tilt it. The HDR is still a bit lackluster because it just can't get light enough to display all the goodness in the high dynamic range. However, it should be applauded for its Brightness Intelligence Plus technology, which uses an ambient light sensor to dynamically change the screen's brightness to the lighting conditions just like your mobile phone. Fourth place goes to Dell Ultrasharp U2718Q 27-inch 4K monitor. While the Dell Ultrasharp U2718Q is not necessarily a dedicated gaming display, it gives a rather lovely gaming experience in this price range. That's because of the low input lag, which means that the monitor will respond much faster to your input if you switch the joystick on your game's controller. These are perfect for gaming at a quicker pace, and this price point is a real treat. With a decent color palette perfect for photo editing, broad viewing angles, and a good contrast ratio, it does something else very well too. You can also tilt it 90 degrees to be in portrait mode, perfect for productivity work when you don't want to dart your eyes back and forth across the widescreen. Outstanding ergonomic choices are also plentiful. There aren't many 4K displays in this price bracket with HDR, but one of them is the Dell Ultrasharp U2718Q. LG 27 UD68W 27-inch 4K monitor takes the third position. We love this monitor so much, we'd go so far as to say that this is the best all-rounder in this price range. The LG 27 UD68W is a beautiful piece of technology with skinny bezels and a glossy white back. The colors are crisp, vivid, and from its matte IPS monitor, it has excellent viewing angles. Thanks to LG's thoughtful joystick-based user interface, it has a decent amount of customizability for the picture, and it's a breeze to use. The USB-C is also a convenient addition because you can also power your laptop and mouse from the display when you use it. In the sub-400 range, the LG 27 UD68W is a perfect all-rounder and will protect your foundations for efficiency, editing, more viewing, and light gaming. The LG 27 UD68W is worth a second look if you want a 4K panel that can do a little bit of everything. The second place goes to HP Business Z27. The HP Business Z27 offers the added USB-C connectivity for not much more money than the U2790 VQ above, so that you can plug everything outside of a toaster into it. For the price, the color accuracy is also the first notch, and for good ergonomics, the stand is amazingly adjustable. It provides multiple viewing modes, such as low blue light and night, which are great for long and late night sessions to minimize eye strain. However, one thing to remember is that it does not come with built-in headphones, so it might be something that you want to consider. Number 1 is ASUS U2790 VQ 27-inch 4K UHD frameless monitor. In terms of delivering excellent color representation and crispy 4K goodness, all in a decently built box, ASUS has done a great job with the U2790 VQ. Of course, it's not going to deliver all the bells and whistles at this price point, but you do get a lot of bang for your buck. Although it doesn't have high dynamic range HDR items, the color gamut color range is still extreme, and for any Photoshop job, it will be utterly perfect. The one potential deal maker is that it does not have USB-C input, because if your devices, e.g. Apple MacBook, only have USB 3 outputs for a display by accident, you would still want to keep looking. If you are not troubled by the lack of USB-C input and a budget, the U2790 BenQ is a reliable option. Thanks for watching the video and hope you've enjoyed it. Comment down your favorite part and let us know.